Hello, my wonderful students. It's your old buddy, the Papa Bill, an old guy giving you the benefit of his experience. Now, when you talk about real estate investing, a lot of people are thinking, apartment buildings and shopping centers and industrial properties, and no. Just start thinking about what you can do and what you can do immediately. Now, by immediately, I mean within the next 12 to 24 months. I want you, even if you're starting from scratch, I want you to be in the real estate business as a real estate investor. Buy a small condo. So identify your small specific investment area of 25,000. Start becoming the expert on values in that area. Go back historically. What did properties sell for? What did houses sell for? Two-family houses, condos, two-bedroom condos, one-bedroom condos. Know all of these things. Know all of these values. It doesn't cost anything. This is the work of real estate investing. And the next step is to go out to open houses and introduce yourself to real estate investors who are specializing in what it is that you want to buy. I mean, if it's single family houses, well, it could be any broker. There could be brokers who specialize in condos, okay, and multifamilies, okay. If that's your goal, those are the people who you want to meet. You want to meet other investors in your small specific investment area, people who have already done what it is that you want to do. And you may find out these people are worth millions of dollars and, their English might not be so good, or, they could own the gas station or the fruit stand. But they were hard-working people and they invested their money and now they're doing very well. These are people to know. Listen to their stories. Tell them that you admire them and that you want to do what they did. All of this adds up together. Then you want to find out, well, how do you qualify? Well, go to the banks. Go to one bank. Go to two banks. Go to five banks. Go to credit unions. All these people who lend money on properties. Find out what it is that you have to do. What are they going to say? Well, you got to have a credit score of, maybe 600, 625, 650, 675. Find out what it is. Find out what your credit score is. If you're not meeting that criteria, then this is one of your objectives, that you have to get up to that level. I want to have at least a 650 credit score. Okay, very good. That's what you're working on. That's what you'll do. So now with that in hand, now you can start figuring out your studio condo prices, your one-bedroom condo prices. Now, we've used that example before, but let's just say that, you're going to buy a $200,000 one-bedroom condo. Now, if it's your first purchase, go to your bank and ask your lender. I mean, you could probably buy this with 3, 5, 7% down. I mean, this is not a tremendous amount of money. It's $6,000, $10,000, $14,000. You can make that money. You say, well, I'm right up against it right now. Okay, then what is going to make you extraordinary? Well, it's your willingness to work hard, to do all this study, to find out values, and then to go out there and to bust your ass and make the money. There's no reason why if you're in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, you can't be working 50 hours a week. 50 hours a week, you still got a lot of time to do everything with your family and your girlfriend or boyfriend and, have a lot of fun. And you can still do that working 50 hours a week, 40 hours to pay your bills, 10 hours you put aside for your investments. Then you buy this one-bedroom condo. And you live in this condo for, let's say 2 years. And then you can go back and you can do the same thing again. So in other words, you have that, and then you got another one, and you got another one. I mean, if you had a program, a goal in mind, and you say, I'm going to buy a one-bedroom condo every other year, can you imagine? In 10, 15, 20, I mean, you're going to have a wonderful portfolio. You're going to be financially independent. You're going to be on your way to creating a family dynasty of wealth that can last forever. It's going to last for you. It's going to last for your kids. It's going to last for your grandkids if you educate them and say, you know, you got to keep these properties. You got to keep them up. Love your tenants. You know, this thing just keeps rolling along. When do tenants stop paying rent? Never. So you're buying the property. You're doing all the work. You're saying, well, I got a negative cash flow. I got to put $50. So what? Look at this in the long term. And then think, well, when I hand these off to my kids, they're not going to have to do this. And where are the rents going? The rents are just going, the rents are never going to stop going up. Why? Because there's always more people. There's always more pressure on the head. There's always demand exceeding supply. There's always going to be inflation. Things are always going to cost more. Why do I say it? Go back 40 years and see what things cost. 30 years, 20 years. You know, do you think paint is going to cost less in the future? The lumber's going to cost, I mean, anything that anyone builds is going to cost much more money. So you're locking in your investment values right now. See, this is the way that a serious, successful real estate investor thinks. And that can be you. And I want it to be you. So I want you to keep listening to these lessons, the rants, whatever. But I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I've done. I'm telling you what I've seen. And I want it for you and your family. So go for it.